Hey, how's it going, Ranger fans? Eggo the Visual Culturalist back again with another Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid unboxing. This time we're taking a look at the Squatt and Baboo character pack. So again, kind of similar to the Bulk and Skull. This is a two monster enemy pack. As you can see, Squatt and Baboo are the characters. Squatt, Baboo, where are you two cretins? I'm furious. Come here so I can berate you. Rita Repulsa. Rita Repulsa's most bumbling buddies have joined the fray. But don't underestimate these two chuckleheads. Though they lack the sheer strength of Goldar or the creative genius of Finster, they make do with moxie and mayhem. It's time for Squatt and Baboo to shine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get 2 monster figures, 16 monster enemy cards, 3 deployment cards, and a rule sheet. Should also note that you need Heroes of the Grid to play with this expansion, in case you didn't know. There we go. Little side view of them, of course. Good art. Very nice. Same thing on the top and bottom. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look. Unfortunately, mine came already kind of partially opened, so I'm just going to go ahead and tear through. Mayhem, Moxie. Throw this off to the side. Let's go ahead and open this up. And of course, we're greeted by everyone's familiar Heroes of the Grid advertisements. Of course, we know. Same old, same old. Get Goldar, get the Tommy pack, Zeo pack, and of course, read the comics. Support your friendly local game store, your friendly local comic shop. We did get in a new instruction rule, I guess. Single sheet, double-sided. Let's give it a look really quick before I take a look at the card. So Squatt. I already read that. So, Rita Repulsa's most bumbling buddies have joined the fray. Squatt and Baboo may be a little dim-witted. They may not look very intimidating, and they aren't even a little bit reliable. But, well, we're certainly here anyway. But don't underestimate these two chuckleheads. Though they lack the sheer strength of Goldar or the creative genius of Finster, they make do with moxie and mayhem. It's time for Squatt and Baboo to shine. Okay, so 2 figures, 16 monster cards, 3 deployment cards, integrating expansion content. This expansion adds 2 new monsters for the Rangers to battle. Follow the rules in the back of the base game rulebook, page 17 through 18, for adding new content to your game. So paired monsters. So this expansion adds 2 monsters for the Rangers to battle. Follow the rules in the back of the base game rulebook for adding new content to your games. This expansion has normal deployment cards for Squatt and Baboo, but it also includes a paired deployment card that allows them both to be deployed together as paired monsters. During setup, shuffle the paired monster card into the deployment deck in place of a normal monster card. When this card is revealed, deploy the paired monsters together, following the normal deployment rules. However, for the purposes of if any game effect would move one of the paired monsters to a different location, after they have been deployed, both of the paired monsters are moved together. They should never be in different locations. Okay? Seems pretty legit. When both of the paired monsters are divided in a battle, draw 2 cards from each of their unique enemy decks. The lead ranger decides which deck to draw from first. Place these cards in a single row in the combat sequence. If only one of the paired monsters remains undefeated, draw 3 cards from the remaining monster's enemy deck instead. To defeat a paired monster, the rangers must defeat 2 cards from their enemy deck. Once a paired monster has at least 2 enemy cards in their discard pile at the end of a battle, that monster has been defeated. When a paired monster is defeated, the rangers do not get to summon a Zord immediately. Place the monster figure and 2 hit tokens on the next 3 spaces of the experience track. These count towards summoning the next Zord. Unlike for normal monsters, do not remove foot soldier figures from the current location at the end of a battle in which the first paired monster is defeated. This only occurs at the end of a battle in which the second paired monster is defeated. Wow, very nice. And we got some card clarifications. It looks like Punk Potion. While this card is in play, any effects that affect another ranger are ignored. Similarly, any effects that affect any ranger can only affect the ranger who initiated the effects. This applies to all game effects, ergo combat cards, ranger abilities, or abilities. For example, if Jason plays Team Tactics while Punk Potion is in play, he would still gain 1 energy, but the effect that would allow another ranger to immediately play a card is ignored. Scapegoat. When this card is defeated, it is immediately placed on the bottom of Baboo's deck and replaced with the top card of Baboo's deck. This new card takes the same position and stayed in the combat sequence. If Scapegoat is defeated after it has resolved, the new card in place in the same position it has resolved. The new card is placed in the same position and marked as resolved. Shoot! When this card resolves, 2 rangers must play a game of rock, paper, scissors against each other. No cheating or colluding. In a game mode where players control multiple rangers, this must be 2 different players. You cannot play against yourself. If playing rock, paper, scissors is not possible for some reason, you can instead flip a coin or use some other method to randomly determine the winner and loser. Ooh, very nice. So it looks like we got some party effects. The Jackbox of the Ranger line. Ooh, very nice miniatures. Just kind of showing them off right here. Again, I'll have a different angle to show them off and better lighting, all their glory. You can see the details, but there they are. So let's go ahead and... get our cards. Okay, so I'm just going to sleeve these really quick. It'll take me, just a couple minutes, and then we'll be right back and we'll take a look at their enemy combat decks. So we have Squatt, his paired deployment card with him and Baboo. We have 3 copies of Blunderbuster, which is a 4 health guard that reads, each ranger must roll 2 dice. Deal 3 damage to each ranger for every missed result that the ranger rolled. Next we have I Have an Idea, which is a 4 health guard enemy card that reads, each ranger must draw 3 cards. Next we have I'm Not Reading That, which is a 5 health passive enemy card that reads, while this card is in play, the effect text on all ranger attack cards is ignored. And finally, we have 2 copies of Shoot, which is a 6 health enemy card that reads, 2 rangers must play a game of rock, paper, scissors. Deal 3 damage to the winner. Deal 6 damage to the loser. And next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Baboo. And here we have Baboo, his deployment monster card, his paired deployment monster card, both Squatt and Baboo. And we have 3 copies of Awful Alchemy, which is a 4 health fast enemy card that reads, the ranger with the most cards in their deck must guess the shield value of the top card, and then discard it if they guessed wrong. Repeat this effect until they guess right or are defeated. Next up, we have 2 copies of Pick Your Poison, which is a 4 health enemy card that says, drain 2 energy. The ranger who most recently drank something must discard either 2 cards from their hand or 2 cards from the top of their deck. Next, we have Punk Potion, which is a 6 health fast passive enemy card that reads, while this card is in play, rangers cannot use abilities or card effects to affect rangers other than themselves. And finally, we have 2 copies of Scapegoat, which is a 2 health guard passive enemy card that reads, when this card is defeated, instead of discarding it, place it on the bottom of Baboo's deck, then draw another card from Baboo's deck to replace it in the combat sequence. Okay everybody, here's the sculpted figure showcase for the Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid Squatt and Baboo character pack. So we get 2 monsters and we're starting with Squatt. You can see the detail he has. He has his blunderbuss, lots of armor, lots of scales, lots of, horns, spikes. He's got his bag, of course. Got his little shoulder plates, or his armor. Helmet. Plenty of belts, his goggles. He's got a mean look. Out to get the Rangers. Okay, next we're going to look at Baboo. So here we are. We have Baboo, the second monster. It's looking very nice, very well sculpted. Lots of details. We got his, I'm not sure what they are, his wings? Vampire wings? Spider. Legs, arms, not sure what they are, but they're there. We got all of his, his ridges, his spikes, his hook, a little muscle, certain, I'm just gonna say skeletal looking. We got his glass eye, big ears, very nice. It's looking very good. So there we go. That was a look at both Squatt and Baboo from the Squatt and Baboo character pack. So there you have it. That was the Squatt and Baboo character pack of two monsters from Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed's, I guess you could say A-team, Royal Guard. Very interesting. I like how they can be deployed as a paired monster grouping. They seem very interesting. This is definitely alongside Bulk and Skull. These are the characters, the monsters, where they decided to have a little fun, and I'm all for that. So it'll be interesting to play against them. We'll see how that goes. But if you'd like to see that, remember you can always stop by my stream at twitch.tv/EggoTheVisualCulturist, where normally, for the time being, I'm streaming, at least try to stream, a live play of Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid every Sunday. Be sure to check that out if you're interested in watching me play. You have any questions, you want to see the game in action, feel free to stop by. Otherwise, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell to stay up to date on all of my next videos that I post. Like I said, I'm making my way through every single piece of expansion content that the Heroes of the Grid board game line has to offer. So many more videos to come, but that's gonna about do it. So until next time, I'm Eggo the Visual Culturist signing out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, Ranger fans.